What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Cut the Crap. I'm your host, Christian, here with my main man, Rex. How's it going today, Rex?
It's going. Life is shout out to everybody going through something right now. You're not alone. This shit sucks.
Yeah.
It will get better. Love yours. But that's pretty much it. I hope you're doing well though.
I'm doing good, man. It's a proud day to be an American, as you were singing earlier. You know, let's go. Got my Yankee American hat on. We're representing the shit show.
I got the Detroit hat on because they bust the Blue Jays ass the other day before the All-Star break.
Okay,
so
yep. So it's been a crazy couple of days. You know, a lot of things going on here in America. As a lot of people know, president's been shot at. Joe Biden's gone psycho. There's rumors that he's about to die. He's on hospice. I'm like, what in the world? But yeah, so he dropped out of the race. Kamala Harris taking over. So there's a lot of great stuff. But today's topic, jumping into today, talking about hobbies. What is the most expensive hobby out there, right? Or what do you think the list of hobbies are out there? Now, the reason why we bring this up is because your boy, truly right here, has now got into photography. Yep, I'm doing nice and pretty. The batteries are charging right now, so they're not in. But I got this nice beauty here. Got my lens behind me.
Tell us what you got. You got to give the name.
Yeah, I got a Sony. Shout out to my boy PJ. Got a Sony A73 series. A73.
An A7 is Monte Cristo.
Top end. Shoots 4K video. Quality's great. I'm not worried about video right now. I'm just focusing on photos. I also got a 70 to 200 millimeter lens for the sports photography. So I'm doing some dope work. I'm doing photography for sports, nature, and auto. So my first shoot was actually supposed to be an auto shoot, but it got rained out, so I didn't get a chance to do that. So I did a sunset as my first shoot, which was awesome. Posted it on my Instagram.
Okay.
Feel free to check those out. The photos I did.
Seen it first. I already know.
Yeah, you already
know. Seen it before the gram. Seen it before the gram.
You saw it before the gram.
Everybody, this is progress. All right. If we know there's an inside lore of me getting in the circle. I knew before the release, before the public release, y'all. I'm better than you know.
So my first shoot was a sunset. It was awesome. My wife went out there with me. We did it together. Then my next shoot, I did a softball game for a friend of mine that plays. Went out there, and I knew the people on the other team as well. So they're like, hey, can you take some photos of us while you're doing it? And I'm just like, okay, I could try to do both teams at once. I'll tell you right now, for a beginner, don't try it. It is hard. But yeah, so that's my new passion. My new thing I'm getting into is really exciting. I'm learning Photoshop. I'm learning Lightroom, all the editing stuff like that, which is it's a lot.
Good on you.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So it brought up the question, expensive hobbies, right? So I tell you guys now, photography is not a cheap hobby at all. I mean, you can look up the camera I got, brand new out the box. Just the camera, no lens, is like $1,900. And again, I got one of the top of the line cameras out there, though. I didn't jump into a beginner camera for like $300, $400. Like maybe I should have.
You
if I'm jumping in, I'm jumping in all the way 2 feet. Like, let's do this, right? So you looking at $1,800. Thanks to my boy PJ, I got an extreme $1,000 discount, pretty much. So I paid $800. And then he hooked me up. I got a memory card with it, a stand, extra batteries he bought me. So yeah, I got a lot of shit, bro. But like, if he didn't get all that shit and to buy all that, we're looking at another like $300-$400 there, right? Then I got freaking the lens, bro. The lens alone, freaking $1,500 for the lens, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. So you talking, if I'd have bought brand new plus that's like $4,000 right there. into something I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm still
I had
learning every day.
I had a Rebel, so it's the Nikon, the
Uh-huh.
T3s back in 2016, 2015. And even just trying to get some lens for those back then
Yeah,
was a
bro.
pretty penny.
No,
Yeah.
lenses are expensive, dude. They're so
The
expensive.
lenses are the name of the game. It's like you
That's
just
it.
get a nice base model camera or as yours, you know, a very premium, and then now you just have all the options. Now you can get all the coffee mug lenses and
Exactly.
all that
So
kind of stuff. Yeah.
that's my next goal to get. I got one lens down. Go work on that with that lens probably for a while before I get my next lens. Next lens I'm looking at is another like
What are you
grand.
eyeing?
70
A wide?
or wide angle 70 or 50, no 55 millimeters. So yeah, so I'm looking I'm with Sigma right now, the lenses. That's what I got right now, Sigma lens, and yeah, that's what I'm looking to do. But we'll see. Things are, I'm gonna be looking secondhand now. I'm gonna be looking on eBay and try to get
The
something a little bit,
marketplace.
yeah, marketplace, try to see
And
if I
then
can
once
find
you
some.
yeah. The trick is learning like what is actually like fairly used.
Yeah,
Because lenses are kind of tricky, but if you can find someone, the best people to always find, and this goes for pretty much anything, is people that made a grave mistake and they're just trying to get rid of something. They're like, oh yeah,
exactly.
I got into this hobby and now I'm just trying to get rid of
They're
it,
like,
make
yeah,
whatever
nah, I
money.
don't
Yeah,
know what I got
yeah,
into. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I feel you.
I'm backing out. Yeah, those are the best. They're
Yeah,
just always slightly used. But yeah, like you said, you start learning about like lenses and their qualities and their fractals and all that. Then you can start seeing, okay, I can start getting around, getting good deals.
yeah, definitely.
It's like with anything. It's like when you start learning the little ins and outs and the nuances, then you won't have to pay name brand. You can find something that's giving you what you got for the fair for a fair price. Than just
Mm-hmm.
saying, oh Sony, oh Nikon, Olympia, and just throw it on, right? You can find a good brand. I'm sure Sigma's like that.
Yeah, Sigma's top. Sigma is
Yeah.
top out there for lenses and all that stuff. They have
Hmm.
a lot of good camera lenses out there, and he recommended it. So I was like, hey, listen, this is what you recommend. This is what we're doing. So but yeah, the 50 millimeter is my next one. I'm eyeing. I'm actually on their website right now looking at it, and it's beautiful. It's a 50 millimeter f.14, so not too
Hmm.
bad. Again, just got to save some money up because these lenses are expensive. But you start off with, I got one of the top three lenses you're gonna need, right? So my boy Ray told me what the next one was to go with, and then the one after that. And with those three lenses, I pretty much got the crown jewel where I could shoot anything and everything in between.
Yeah.
So
You can
but
get
again, I
your high motion shots and
yeah,
your low res, low light.
dude, that's a lot of
Yeah,
learning.
yeah,
Trust me, it's a
yeah.
lot of
Oh, I
learning.
know.
So,
Oh, I know. Oh,
but
yeah.
I was talking to another boy of mine, that's not in the circle of trust. Just know you're in the
Hmm.
circle of trust. He's not. But we were just talking about it, and he was motivated. He's like, yeah, man, because he plays baseball, and he was like, yo, need you to come out shoot. I'm gonna shoot my baseball game. I was like, yeah, for the first 6 months, everything's free. After that, price is going up. Once I start getting better, so but then we started talking. It was like, damn, I was telling him, how expensive this hobby is, getting into and all. He's like, bro, what do you think about other people's hobbies that they get into? And I'm just sitting back and I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, I thought, photography was a high end hobby to get into, but when you really sit back and think about it, there's other stuff out there, dude. So like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
what I ended up looking it up, like
Hmm.
seeing what the top 5 hobbies are, and it's really wild. But I want you to list what you think the top 5 of what you would consider most expensive hobbies.
I would say car enthusiasts definitely. Because you can go into a hole with a regular car and not even be a car enthusiast.
Exactly.
Um,
Definitely.
uh, PC builders, tech hunters. That's a
Okay.
top one. My computer, I can sell my computer and I can be all right. All right, that's how much money it's gone into this thing.
Okay.
Um, I would say another one would be tattoos
Okay.
because there's people that will go to LA Ink for like a flower and pay a grand too just to get that artist to
Exactly.
get them. You know what I mean? Kind of paying for the
Just to
name.
book them. Just to book the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the real ones,
Mhm.
miniature trains, miniature figures. I know the miniature figurine can get up there. The train ones, because they get radios, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely the RCs. I know I definitely dwindled into 5 right there, but I would definitely just say like enthusiast hobbies.
Okay.
I'll group as cars and tech, right? And then I will say then the rest would be like miniature collection or like tattoos enthusiasts, and then the others would be like miniature and RC, because I know them train ones, they're expensive.
The
And
cars are
then the art,
expensive, you know.
yeah, cars are expensive. Getting
And I would
tattoos
even
depending on how far
I
you
would
want to
even
go. Yeah.
throw drones in there with the cars because you know it's all
Drones would go into RC for me,
yeah.
radio controlled. Because I look at the locomotives and those set pieces, right? Like the one that like Mr. Rogers has, and those ones that guys have in their basement, and like they've been meticulously building for years, or they like try to recreate like a European, like some of them recreate transit systems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that in itself, flipping and rebuilding, like you build something up and then you can't kind of reuse everything. You can only reuse some things. So then, you know, you end up putting more money into it. But yeah, I know figurines definitely would go up there. And then, like I said, RCs.
I was pretty much almost in line with you. I had said car enthusiast for sure. I had talked about tattoos, technology. I had said drones, but anything RC, I would have gone up there. And then I said photography as my 5th one because I was just like, oh man, this, you know, we were talking about it. So then I looked it up. Do you know out of everything you said, there's only one of those things that made the top 5 list.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I figured.
The first hobby that is very, very, very expensive, and it's
so
actually,
we're going
1,
1 to 5 then? We going 1 to 5? Like
let's start 5 actually. We'll start at 5. 5 going down to 1. So 5. These are very expensive hobbies, hard to get into. Number 5 was art collecting. Purchasing fine art pieces, especially from renowned artists, can be multi-million-dollar endeavors and investments. I was like, I didn't even think about that. And you know, it's funny. My daughter is an artist. Like she draws and all that. And I always keep telling her, like, you need to sell your art. Like these arts are beautiful. They're worth millions. I always tell her, you know. So that popped out. I was like, all right, this one threw me for a loop. I couldn't believe it. I have really had to like do heavy research on this to make sure this is accurate. Horseback riding and polo. The cost of purchasing, stabling, training, and competing with horses, especially in a sport like polo, can cost up to a minimum of $5 to $10 million. Because you have to get the correct type of horse. The correct type of horse, or the horse for that, runs anywhere from 300 to 400,000.
That is a hobby, and you're keeping a grown thing alive, right?
Feeding it, you gotta put it in a house, stable. I thought that was a joke. I literally learned a lot about polo and all this.
I didn't take it in like that. Yeah, dude, I didn't realize that.
The top horses that are like on championship teams, just for their stud, for the sperm of the damn horse,
just
they
for
could
the seed,
bro. They could go up to upwards of $1 million.
I wish.
I'm like, for the seed, and you still got to have a female horse to put it in.
Yeah,
and it's got to be a good female horse, because they won't sell you the seed unless the breed you can show. Like, it's kind of like breeding dogs. You got to show the history, the pedigree, bro.
Yeah, they're not giving you to go give it to a mule. Try to do that.
I have a newfound respect for horseback riding people and people that play polo, and I actually know somebody that rides horses and all that. My sister used to own a horse. My stepsister used to own a horse. I don't know if she still does or not, but still, that's like, it's just crazy. I'm like, holy
shout
crap.
out to all the equestrians out there. Yep.
Right?
And it's
like,
an Olympic sport too.
After watching this, I wanted to buy a horse, bro. But you know, the cheapest horse I could find. The cheapest horse I found in my area for sale, we talking like $12,000 just for the horse, and that was like this.
Where would you keep it?
That was like this beat up horse. It didn't even look nice in the picture. It was just like this beat up, scrawny horse. And you keep it at that farm, right? So you $12,000, you own it, but then the maintenance fee a year was like $90,000 to maintain the horse.
Oh, so it's $100K basically. No,
like,
thank you.
I'm good. I'm like, nah.
All right. Even if the horse was good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So now number 3 is actually what you had mentioned as your number one: car collecting. Car enthusiasts, high end classic and luxury cars can be extremely expensive. Again, this was another one I kind of went through as well. Fun fact: do you know that Japanese cars right now, JDMs, value increase higher than American muscle cars at this moment, and banks are willing to loan monies on Japanese cars that are in the 1990s or lower for high amounts because they're appreciating in value so much. So example was when I was doing my research on this and looking, you could buy a Skyline and have it financed through the bank, and they're willing to give you freaking a 72-month loan on it because they know if you default on that loan, they could sell that car back for even more in the future. So
Yep.
I thought that
go
was
get you.
cool.
Go ahead to the bank. Go get you a Mach 4 Supra. And let that slip out your hands, all right?
Bro,
Or get you an NSX.
There's actually a guy at a body shop I work at, or a body shop that I go to. I don't work at the body shop. I go to the body shops.
Yeah.
And he actually has a Supra, a 94, I think, a 93. It's an automatic though.
Okay.
But listen, he brought up a good point because he's trying to sell it, right? And I was like, how much you trying to get for it? He's like 40 to 50,000. I said, bro, you smoking. He's like, dude, it's an automatic, right? To change it into a manual transmission, you're probably going to spend anywhere from, if you're a car enthusiast and know how to do it yourself, in parts, anywhere from 10 to 15,000, right? If you got to pay somebody, you're probably going to spend like 30,000, right? So still 50, add in 30, you're like $80,000. That car in a manual transmission is selling for anywhere upwards of $100,000. So no matter what, you're winning. I was like, interesting. I was like, but I don't got 50 grand to give you plus an additional 30 grand to have somebody turn it into a manual. So I was like, you enjoy it. But it's nice. It's all black, fresh, bro. Clean. He
what Mach?
Bad boy
So it might be a Mach 5 then if it's a.
Might be.
What the roof looks like?
A picture of it tomorrow. I'll send it to you.
It depends on what kind of sunroofs. If it's got the pullaways like the T-top, like the Gran Turismo, then it might be 5 and up. But Mach 4 and down are the ones that don't have the glass pullaway.
I don't think it has the glass roof. I think it's the hard top.
The ones that everybody's always sought out for are the Mach 3s and 4s.
Okay,
right? Those are. That's like the one that. You let me know.
Send it to you, and then we'll get back to you viewers, and we'll let you know what it was. But anyways, number 2, which I should have known this. Number 2 is yachting.
Speedboat was on my mind because of Cocaine Cowboys, but I said, let me just go with what's on my heart. But that one.
I was did never in a million years, and I thought about.
You just forget certain things are like they're actually hobbies.
Man, is that really a hobby? But apparently, buying and maintaining yachts, along with dock fees, crew salaries, because you got to pay for the crew salaries and other related costs.
Crazy,
run into millions and millions of dollars. So when I saw that, instantly, I was just like, wow. I was like, that is so true. I looked at MJ's yacht, Tiger Woods' yacht, Bill Gates' yacht. Like, bro, these yachts are like a couple $100 million, and these things are huge. Huge.
The SS Gambler. That's MJ's. That's MJ's.
MJ is just ridiculous.
The SS Gambler.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, but the largest yacht, fun fact, is called the Azam. It's 592 feet and 6 inches long. And that's owned by, or was designed by Christophe Liani. It features a 95-foot long main salon inspired by the 19th century empire. And that boat is owner of an estate called Khalifa bin Zayed Ali Nahyan. That's a long ass.
That's very American of you, and I love that. That was very funny in my head. But
do you know who that is?
No, but okay. I definitely know where they're from. Just the way that you, just the way that you announced it. That was pretty funny. He probably is helping with the Live Golf Tour, if anything. If you know, you know.
He is from he's the former president of the United Arab and he's worth at least 32 billion, they're saying. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and he's got the world's largest boat.
Yeah,
You know?
a European man made a boat inspired by 19th century whatever, and of course the Saudi has got it.
Of course, the
The way.
Saudis. You know how they do.
That's the way they roll. That's the way they roll. I ain't mad
Exactly.
at them. I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at
Who
them.
could be
I
mad
used to
at
love
that?
watching those. I used to love watching the videos of them like taking like the Lexus the 3Ks.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, they're like the 2002 like Lexus bodies and stuff like that, and they would like just go and two wheel them, just out in the street or out in like sand dunes and stuff like that. Because like cars like that over there, like they're just like everybody has them. Like those are like the Hondas, they're like Accords over there, Civics, and it's just funny that they just take those Lexuses and they just friggin' throw them on two wheels and just do their thing.
It's crazy. It is crazy. So,
All right, and now the moment we've been waiting for.
now after
Number
you
one.
heard those four, what do you think the number one is? I want to see if you could guess it. After hearing those four and now kind of opening your mind up, what do you think number one was?
The
Or
most
number one
expensive
is, I
hobby.
should say. And this is as of, by the way, guys, this is as of 2022. I couldn't find anything for 2023, but this was done by 2022 by Forbes.
Trying to think, but the only thing I can think of is that clip from Family Guy where or like Peter and Quagmire like swore off a woman and they became like a millionaire. And like they were like they're sitting in the room and they have that thing and it's like just counting money or whatever. Like that's the only hobby now that I'm thinking. Like anything that has like maintenance and money. I don't even know what they were doing, but I really can't think of it because now I'm like it can't be the RC stuff.
Nope, it's not RC.
Could be.
It's nothing else you named. You only got one
Yeah.
out of those five. So think
Okay.
outside the box. Now you're thinking differently. I'll go
It's
through
got
the
to be
list
like
again.
planes.
I say
Might be planes. Might be plane enthusiasts, PJs, all that kind
bam!
of. Yeah.
Aviation.
I knew. Aviation.
First off,
yeah.
learning to fly and owning a private aircraft can be extremely costly with ongoing expenses and maintenance, fuel, hangar fees, all that stuff. Now that's all going to depend because you could buy a plane out there. I heard for like $25,000, which is not bad. But the fuel is a little expensive. Hangar fees, depending on where you live, could be expensive. But if you're flying out of a small like airport with grass, because there's one right down the road from me that literally is all grass, those fees ain't as expensive. But these private jets is where it's at. So me being me, I had to look up to see what is out there that's so expensive.
See if it's in your range.
Yeah, anything I could afford, right? So when it came down to it, the most expensive jet out there is owned by Saudi Prince, of course. Ala Walid bin Talalis. He has an Airbus A380. It's all gold interior trim, all that stuff, right?
The gold guts.
Yo,
Gotta love it.
gold. He's got I wish you could see what I'm looking at. In the center of the plane, he's got like this gold monument made around a chair. So like kind of like a Game of Thrones with the knives.
Yeah.
But it's just all gold.
An iron throne, but a gold throne.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
So the plane cost him $500 million.
Yo, that piece must be so not aerodynamic and so heavy and so costly. With all that
it's
weight.
an Airbus A380. So you know how big. That shit is huge.
Yeah, the Airbus. Yeah,
it's the Airbus.
Then,
it's already big, so it could hold this.
That's the one from Soul Plane. That's the Soul Plane. The Airbuses. Yeah.
It could fly flight range maximum speed of 1,050 kilometers. So what is that in miles an hour?
You're definitely pushing around maybe.
That's about 652 miles an hour. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot we're more. Yeah. So
Yep. And a flight range of 15,700 kilometers. 2 miles. That's roughly about
800.
9,755 miles that plane could fly before it needs to land. So pretty much here. Oh, it even goes into. I didn't even read it. You could fly from New York to. I'm gonna really butcher this country. Riyadh. RIYD. RIYADH.
RIYDAH.
RIYADH. It's the capital of Saudi Arabia. All right, you
Oh,
can
I'd
fly
say, yeah, I'd say
there you
Rita or something like that. Yeah.
You can fly from New York to there nonstop without a problem, dude. Okay, so that's how much it costs to buy the jet. How much do you think it costs him to maintain this jet a year?
Probably, I'd say 1.2. A cool 1.2
$34 million a year to maintain the plane.
34 mil.
Wow. The next
That's
plane
just maintenance
after
on
that,
the plane.
again, these are all owned by Saudi people. I'm not even going to try to go through these people's names. I'm just going to go through the prices. We got an Airbus A340, 300 million is what it costs for that gentleman to buy this plane. Really nice. It's actually a Rush. This one is a Russian owner. Apologize. Russia's largest, bigger than President Putin's jet apparently. And this one roughly costs anywhere from 30 to 32 million a year to maintain. We have Boeing 747-8 VIP plane, 367 million. Boeing 747-430, 323 million. Boeing 767-33A, 170 million are the top 5 jets out there. The cheapest one, which was the last one I just said for 170 million, to maintain that, $29.2 million a year. Bro, 170. You want me to spend 170 million plus $30 million a year? Now, granted, I'm sure these people are flying it. The person that owns this one, actually is a Russian businessman. This plane would be capable of transporting, it says, the whole Chelsea football team comfortably, as is dining for over 30 people are fitted on this plane. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
And this one
crazy how much money is out in this world.
This could pretty much fly from London to Singapore nonstop. So out of the top 5 jets, I mean, it's telling you these things could fly pretty far. So.
Yeah, they go the distance. They got enough.
I'm looking at these
entertainment.
Jets, it's a double decker. It's got 4 engines on it. This thing looks fucking huge, bro.
Yeah. They're basically bought commercial planes. You know what I mean? And then it's private. So then they make it their own jet. Yeah.
I don't get it though. What are you gonna use it for? Like, I don't even know. Like, for instance, the most expensive plane, right? He can carry on his plane, it says 131 people. I don't know 131 people, bro.
Neither do they, but rich people think of us as peasants. I don't know if you ever saw that one pastor that said he doesn't want to fly on a tube with demons. Something like that. But basically, a pastor doesn't like, he flies private because he doesn't want to fly with common folk, and he just basically said it in a way, in a elusive way, but they don't. I know Shannon Sharp. He talks about he says, and I get it, with him, with like Shannon Sharp. He said, like, once was just like, it's essentially just a lifestyle that when you get into, and I guess the best way to say it's like, if you've ever gotten a car or done something where you've experienced a new type of freedom, a new type of, like, just something, you know what I mean? Like a new type of self-finding. It's like hard to go back. So again, like, these guys, they get all this money, they go up. Like, they could totally get a P6, you know what I mean? A P7, one of those smaller, but like, when you got the money, why not go get the best of the best and then keep that going? But yeah, again, it's that, like, they don't want to fly with regular people, or I guess even not even like regular people, but even first class is a hassle, right?
Yeah.
Like just being able to get on the plane, quote unquote, first, or being on the front of the plane and, you know, getting services. You still have to deal with people. You still have to deal with PSA. Sure, you can do pre-check and all that kind of stuff, but you kind of get pushed through a tube. You know what I mean? And like, I get it. It's annoying, but I don't have the money to make that change. But if I did, you damn right I'd be on a PJ somewhere.
Bro.
Not because I don't like people. I just don't like the hassle that it has that comes with
Yeah,
it.
I feel
You know,
you.
so I rather
feel
pay
you.
the extra for that. You know
I
what
guess
I mean?
if I had the
get
money, I would.
Yeah.
I always said if I had the lotto, I would pick up my main man, the one that's like number one, my main man. I would pick up. I told him, dude, you'll hear a helicopter coming. When you hear that helicopter coming, just be like, oh, gotta go, guys. I quit.
Yeah.
And just walk
that's
right out of that building.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh,
It's
he
time.
always cracks me
It's
up because
time.
he's like, dude, I heard a helicopter today. I looked up. I was like, oh, is it time? Is it time? I'm like, yeah. I was like, I'm picking you up in the helicopter. We're going to the dealer. Pick out what you want. Don't worry about your house. Don't worry about clothes. We're going to Florida, buying you a new house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about, I got to hit that $1 billion lottery.
Do you understand how crazy that life is? When you tell somebody, yo, pick up, you just need your body. That's
all you
it.
need.
Everything else,
We'll
don't worry about it.
there.
Yeah.
We'll buy when you get there,
you
bro.
back, right? Like, and like that's such an insane concept. Because even still, you're like, oh man, like I need something, and you're like, no, like we can go get you everything else. Like,
yeah,
we can go get you a whole new wardrobe, like just cause, you know, like
exactly.
Yeah,
So, but that was a very interesting. I just wanted to bring it up because, like I said,
great
these
topic.
hobbies are very expensive. I really didn't know that. And again, with me getting into my new hobby, photography, come see me. I got your pictures coming up for the next 6 months for free.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to talk about it and I wanted to see what was out there. And when I saw what was out there, I thought it was crazy. So I kind of wanted to see where you were at and what you might have thought. And you were in the same line as me. So, but for you guys,
that's how you know we don't make a lot make.
Yeah,
that's how you know we don't make.
We think
we're really broke.
We think broke people budget levels. We don't think these millionaire levels. So
we're like $1,500 for a lens.
Like what? That Saudi prince is like.
Meanwhile,
that's for $1,500.
He doesn't even know that exists.
That's
he doesn't
like
know.
That's like $5 for him.
That's a couple zeros too low. You'd like again like a whole. You can just tap or whatever. Like.
He would he would be insulted. He would be like, dude.
I don't even think he touches money. You know what I'm saying? Like they know who you are. Like my people will get a hold of your people. You know what I'm saying? Like you send them the bill, like we're good. Yeah.
Just walk out with it. So, but anyways, for you guys listening, if you know anybody in that level, tell them to holler at us. We got a few things on our list we want, please. We appreciate it. But let us know what you guys think.
Jet. I just want to fix my car. That's it, please.
I just want a lens, bro. I just want a lens, like $1,000. I'll be happy.
Please, if I got $1,000 to fix my car, I'd be one happy child. One happy child.
So, but let us know what you guys thought about the topic. Was anything on the top 5 on your list? Let us know what your top 5 list was before you heard what the real top 5 was. Would love to hear from you guys. Like always, you can email us at cutthecrap@gmail.com. That's CUTTHECRAPP1@gmail.com. Send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or Discord, as well as if you have our personal numbers, feel free to message us there. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you guys. Until next week, you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.